Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for this webinar today. Today I'm going to go over the email campaign and text campaign system in Client Creator. This is an incredible email drip and text message drip system that you should definitely become familiar with. If you come to your home screen, most of you have about 24 email campaigns that we set up for you. Some may have, a couple more or possibly a couple less, and this is because the lead capture pages are tied to email campaigns. So if you wanted a specific lead capture page or a specific market area, we might have modified or created a different email campaign for you. But in general, you should have about 24 email campaigns in the system. You can add as many as you'd like and tie them to any of your systems and lead capture pages. You can expand this as much as you possibly need to. And I'll show you how to do that. The email and text menu, you just locate that right up here. You just click on that. Here you'll have a list of all of your email campaigns that the Client Creator system is set up for you already. And you can go through these and preview them and make changes to them, verbiage, or add things to them as you see fit. We generate them more generalized than anything. We try not to get too specific on things because it is an email that's going out. We want to make sure that it's not saying or doing anything that would put anybody in an awkward position or saying something that we don't know is true. For instance, years in business or years as a realtor, we would have no idea how many years in the business each realtor is. So, things like that, things that are a little specific, we don't add to those. So we try to keep them a little more generalized. But again, you can come in here and change any of these email campaigns, expand on them as you see fit. We definitely encourage that. So I'm going to go over the areas of the email campaign. I'm going to start with the menu buttons at the top here. The Add Email menu, Add Email Campaigns. This is a campaign. If you deleted one of the default ones that we set up for you, this is a way to just add that back in. Pretty easily. If you go into, let's say, this appraiser niche in this system here, if I deleted it and I say a week later, I need that campaign back. Instead of going in and creating your own campaign from scratch, you just go back into Add Campaign. You click on Add this back in here, and it'll show up back into your email campaign system. All the messages, all the dates that's going to send out, everything's on there. It's at the bottom of the list, but it's there. It's at right below the 4-step is the appraiser niche. So that's one way to get the email campaigns that we set up for you initially by default back into your system if you accidentally delete them. Email and text campaigns, that's bringing you to this screen here if you're in any of these other ones. So if you were in this Add Email campaign, you want to get back to it, you just click on here. Email layout. Email layout is a layout for each of you for how your emails are going to look. And there's a couple different areas in the email layout that you want to pay attention to. As a concierge member, our team sets this up for you. Your images should be on here. Your information should be on here, as well as this bottom Live the Dream is going to be different for you. What should probably be at the bottom of this will be your logo and profile picture, similar to what we created for you on the social media platforms, your Facebook header, stuff like that. We try to keep everything consistent with the colors, the look, the layout, so that no matter what social media platform they're going to, the look and feel of it is about the same. But if you wanted to change things on here, again, you can do that. There's a couple different options here for you to customize it. Let's say you don't want to use any stationery, you can hit remove stationery and it's just be a basic message here. but we're going to put that back on. Oh, you can also, I'm going to skip this customize real quick and come back to it. Use Reorder Images. In the Client Creator, you have a section for your logo and your profile picture, and if you want to put that information in the top here, you can do that. You just put in there our logo's in there, name information, email. If you have a profile picture, it shows up on the right here. I do not have one on here, obviously, so it's not on there. But if you have one, it'll display there for you. Again, if you want to toggle that on, toggle it off, you just click that button, and your emails are set up for it. This is the stationary tagline from the desktop. If you want to remove that, you can remove that from there, so it will not show on your emails. Now, the customized layout. This is where most of our team goes in to change things, change the color. The brown is the background color right now, so if you wanted to go in and change that, you just click on it, and let's say we wanted to change it to a blue, and hit the update. It'll change it to the blue. If you wanted to change that picture down at the bottom here, we can hit browse. We can hit just going to go to a download. Just going to do an image there, and upload the image, and then an image can appear there. So yeah, you can basically have anything you want to have there, and the system will automatically format it so that it fits. And you can say you don't like any of it and you want to go back, just hit the restore defaults, and it'll put it right back to where it was. Okay, so that pretty much covers that area of the system. The email layout should be done. I mean, you can come in and view it, see if you like it, make sure if there's anything you want changed, you can change it, or you can just email our team and let us know, and we'll be happy to make that change for you. But yeah, everybody should be customized. If you come down here and you don't see that you have a custom logo on here or header, email, let us know. We'll make sure we get that changed, because everybody's email layout should be customized, matching your colors, your profile, and your layout. So we're going to go back to the email text menu system. So that's what your email layout is for. Create a text menu, or create an email campaign, and create a text message campaign. That's exactly what it does. You're going to actually create from scratch your email campaign. So if we wanted to create an email campaign, we'll just put in here test campaign. This is a test campaign. If it was going to be a text message campaign, you would select this message here, but for this test, we're not going to do that. I'll show you the text message one in a second. So it's going to create the campaign. So here's where you start out. You have no messages in your system. So to add a new message, you just come up here and click on the add a new message. It'll take you to the section, and you'll be able to enter in the day to send. Now this is important. The day 0 is an instant message that goes out only on a lead capture page. So when somebody signs up on a lead capture page and a campaign is signed to that lead capture page, the day 0 message is the one that will go out. If you're using an email campaign that is not going to be tied to a lead capture page, the very first day that it can have a number is 1, and that'll send the first day message on day 1. So if you don't intend on using this email campaign on a lead capture page, or you may use it on a lead capture page, just understand that day 0 will only go out on engagements on the lead capture page. That's how the system is designed. And then it'll send day 1, day 2, day 3, etc. So that's important. We put that message on here so that you understand that day 0. I'm going to use day 1. Just to set up the message, and I'll show you how to use the subject of the message. Test subject, I'm just putting it here so you know. The email body, this is where you'll go in and type up the email message. Some of you may have this already typed up in like a Word, maybe some other program, and you would put that information in here. You can format it. I'm just going to put some test body message. You can bold it, italicize it, just like a formal formatting system. Did refresh. Sorry about that. And then the last thing on here is your signature. Now, by default, all signatures, all email campaigns will use your default signature on your system. If you want to change that, you can change that, but by default, all email campaigns and messages that go out use the default signature in your account information. You can change that. If you had more than one signature, you would choose a different signature here, but we do not. So that's the default signature is going to be the one we want. Okay, and that pretty much sets up the date, the first day message. You can preview the message, you can preview the email campaign, or you can return back to the campaign list. So if you wanted to add another message, you go here, and let's say you wanted to add a day 10 message. I'm not going to put a body in there, but I'm just going to show you how the messages will appear in the system, for you to review, and how you can assign clients. So we're going to update this here, and we're going to return to the campaign list, and then you'll see you got day 1, day 10, and as you assign these, and so forth and so on. I went over this previously, but if you want to assign multiple clients to this email campaign, you can assign them all by clicking on here. There'll be a assign button on here for you to assign them. We don't have any clients in this test client system, but yours would populate with all of your clients, and you'll see a blue button that says assign. You would just click assign next to the client that you want to put on this email campaign. Or you could do it within your client list that we went over last week as well. So that covers everything there. The other nice feature about this, and I was going to go over this in another section, but I'll do it now since it's here, is that if you have a lead capture page that collected a whole bunch of clients, and they're all listed here below, everybody's on this, you can email just this group. If you want to send a message to everybody that's just in this group, you can do that. Oh, clicked away. So if you want to just send it just to these people and not your entire client list, you would create a message here. Obviously, you would create the subject, the body of the message, and again, choose your signature and hit send email. And it'll send out to everybody who's assigned to the email campaign that you're currently in. So it's a quick little feature to maybe email specific sellers or specific people who are looking for their home value, or maybe first-time home buyers, whatever it may be. You can email them pretty quickly all at one time. Okay, so we're going to go back to the email and text menu, and you'll see now that new one is at the bottom of the thing here. So that's going to have that messages in there. The text menu. You can create a text campaign. Right here, we're going to do a text campaign. Test for our webinar. And it's already selected that it's a text campaign. So you're going to create it there. Very similar to the setup. There's going to be one little difference, and I will show you what that is. Again, same with the messages. Same with the day 0, everything like that. The email body is a little bit different. Can only have 100 characters. Now, why only 100 characters? Because some email or some mobile phones will not accept messages over 100 characters, so we have a maximum amount on there. Just notice that there's a spelling mistake on there. Let me set that up. I wanted to get that on changed. So the reason we limit the message characters to 100 is to accommodate the different mobile phone companies to deliver a message. So 100 is the most on the system. So we have a character counter here. So if you're putting in a message, you'll see how many characters, and it won't let you add anything more on here in the system. So you can just do it there. But I would just, if you're going to send text messages, they need to be short and sweet. Don't go into anything crazy. It's just a basic way to keep in communication with your clients with quick messages. And if they reply to a quick message, a text message, it comes to you anyway. So you can then directly contact them through your mobile phone. So this is only meant to be the initial message or a reminder message that goes out to the client from a text message standard. So we're going to go back to, that's how you create a text message campaign. So we're going to go back to the email and text menu list, which will have all of the email campaigns and the text message campaigns. And I'm going to show you how to toggle between the email campaigns and text message campaigns so that you can see everything that's available. So we're back at the email campaigns. The default is the email campaigns list, but if you hit the drop down here, you can do a text message campaign, and it'll show you all of the text message campaigns that are set up on your system. Everybody should have a buyer and a seller text message campaign set up. Our team sets these up when we set up your account. So those are the two that you would have on here. You can go in and change them and modify them, but that's how they go in. If you wanted to go in and edit any of these, obviously you just hit the edit button to the right of them. It'll bring up the messages that are in the campaign along with the details of the message. So you can edit it just the same as you would edit an email campaign, or when you're adding a campaign, everything's pretty much the same. So you can modify any of the ones that are in your system that way as well. Click on the edit button to the right of it, the day 0. This tells you the email message that's on there, the details, so you can make the changes to that as well. I'm going to actually delete this one here because we want to have that on there and go out. If you wanted to go in and duplicate any of these instead of starting from scratch, you would just hit the copy option here, and it will copy the existing email campaign or text message campaign and duplicate that for you so that you can create another one, maybe modify some verbiage that's on there, but it'll still keep your original one as well. So it's a nice quick way to duplicate an email campaign or a text message campaign without having to retype everything in your system. So we go into the text message campaigns, email campaigns. Your day message here, you can add your information here, add on as messages, delete messages, assign different clients to it, so you can definitely change things there. I'm going to delete that so we don't stay on the system. Same thing with this one. Let's say we go into a 7 critical questions. That's good. I'm going to go into it. So if we go into this 7 critical questions campaign, this is a rather long one, so you have quite a few messages in the system here that we can view and change. So if you click on the edit button to the right of this lead capture of this message system here, you'll see you got day 0 again, which is going to be the instant one after they sign up on the lead capture page, day 3, day 5, day 9, 16, and day 21. If you go to the edit message on any of these, you can go into the details of the message, the subject, and here's the body of the message. So if you wanted to change anything on here, you could do that. If you wanted to change the body of the message, you wanted to add something in there, you would just go in here and make that change, and then hit update email campaign, and then it'll update that message for the email campaign. So we're going to go back to the one here. Also, if you wanted to have everybody assigned to this, so you want to assign specific people to this, you can click on the assign client, and again it'll bring up everybody that's assigned to your to your system, and you can click assign. Now again, I want to reiterate, the day 0 will not go out to anybody that you manually assign to this email campaign. The first message they're going to get on this would be day 3. Since this email campaign is set up for a lead capture page, that's why we set up a day 0. So if you wanted to, this would be a good reason why, if you wanted to go in and duplicate this. So I'm going to show you how to copy that. And if we wanted to come back down here, you'll see we got another 7 critical questions. And let's say I wanted to edit that and change that to a day 1 instead. So we change that first message to day 1, and then if we go back to this, now we have a day 1, day 3, but we still have the original lead capture page system 7 critical questions. So we would actually change this name to non-lead capture page. So we have a 7 critical questions for a lead capture page, and we have a 7 critical questions. This one's for the landing page, and then we have a 7 critical questions not for the lead capture page. So that's an easy way if you wanted to have multiple campaigns, one tied to a lead capture page with a day 0, and one tied to a lead capture page without the day 0. So I'm going to quickly show you just how to review the messages from the client list for campaigns that are assigned. So I don't have any clients in here, so I'm going to go add one real quick. I know we covered this on the last one, but I'm just going to show it to you real quick. Okay. So if we wanted to go in and assign an email campaign, actually, you know what? I'm going to go back to this one just to show you real quickly what it'll look like. So we have this custom letters. If I wanted to assign this client, I would just click on the assign here. That's the button that didn't show up because I didn't have any clients on here, but now I do. So I'm just going to assign the clients, and then it also will only show available clients. If somebody's already assigned to this lead capture page or to this email campaign, it won't show up on this list. So you just saw it disappear there. So now if we go to the client list and we go under the edit section, if you remember, we can go to the messages tab and we'll see the campaign messages. So I just assigned him, so he was just assigned. And the messages that are going to go on here and out. So it tells you everything that's going to go on there. Now, if we wanted to assign a different campaign, a different message campaign, we would just go in here, select it frame, go to 4-step home buyer, and if we wanted to send the buyer one, we just hit assign. And then we'll refresh this, and the messages will be, oh, we got to remove that. It can be, you can have a client assigned to multiple email campaigns. So if you do want to do that, you can have 2. If not, you would just hit the remove and remove them from the current one there. And refresh that, it'll bring up a 4-step home buyer. So here's the messages that would go out. So that's a way to also assign, but again, you can go into the email menu. If you have multiple clients that you want to assign on here, you click on the edit, just go down, hit assign client, and you hit the button. Now you notice I removed this from the other one, put it in the 4-step home buyer, so now it's available again for me to assign here, and it will show up in the bottom of the list. You'll see that person's on there. So that pretty much covers the email and text message system. Please review this and let us know if you have any questions. Again, pay attention to your email layout. Make sure it's what you want, and any changes you want us to make, please let us know. The signature information, that's again available in your account information. Click on signature. You can change that. You'll see it says this is your default signature here. If you want to add another signature, you click on Add Signature. Just give it a title and put your signature in here, and then it'll add an additional signature. Also your picture and your profile picture and your logo. If you have that information in here, that's what shows up in these top sections here. Again, if you don't have one, you can upload one. Everybody should have one. If they provided us a picture and a logo, it should be in here. Our concierge team should have taken care of that for you. But do double check your email layout. This is just test messages. Don't pay attention to any of this. It's just showing you an idea on how the emails go out. So this really is irrelevant. It's just telling you how it's going to look, your signature, your information. So that just make sure that that's how you want it. And if there's a picture change or if there's an information change that you want to get done, you can email our team, or you can go into your account information and just change it yourself. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to navigate around Client Creator to make a lot of the changes that you need to make. But again, if you're not feeling comfortable with it, just reach out to us. That's what we're here for. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you learned something new today, and I will hopefully see you next week.